Hi, it's Barbara Lardonay again from Hannah's Cupboard, and this is the second in my series about connecting the prayer dots. I'm going to tell you one of my own experiences, something unusual that happened to me back in 1996. I had gone to church in the morning and I was driving alone on the way home, and I had just a very unusual stray thought come through my mind that the Unabomber needed to be caught. Now, the Unabomber, I was aware of the existence of such a person, wasn't particularly in the news at that time. So it struck me very strange, but I began to pray. And as I prayed, I became very aggressive and I was praying out loud and I was really hitting it that this Unabomber needed to be caught. And then I heard myself saying, he must be caught this week. I was taken aback by what was coming out of my mouth, but I felt like since this had come to me as a random thought, I should pursue it. And I really went to town praying that the Unabomber would be caught, and I demanded that he be caught. I declared that he would be caught. Well, anyhow, I also felt a little bit I was concerned because, these are kinds of dangerous prayers and you just don't go around saying these things. And if it's not of God, how many times have you been disappointed praying for something and saying this has to be and it doesn't come to pass? But I held tight to it and I didn't tell anyone. And I kept on praying each day. And on Wednesday, April 3rd, and this was 1996, I heard it come over the news that the Unabomber had been caught. And I was dumbfounded. It wasn't even the end of the week. Now, I am sure that God was using various people, and it was the time and this needed to happen. And God just happened to say, I'm going to have you, this is your assignment. You're going to pray for this particular person, and this is the result that I want. It is a way that the dots got connected very firmly in my mind. So if you ever have any stray thoughts like that, especially if it's not something that has to do with you, you might want to really pursue that in prayer. Several weeks ago, I noticed that on Netflix there was a series about the Unabomber being caught, and it was behind the scenes in the FBI and everything that had happened. And I was interested in that because I never had followed the case. So I wanted to know what had happened. And when I watched the series, and I know part of it is fictionalized, but I saw how touch and go it was at the very end and how it almost didn't happen. And I felt like, thank you, God, for using me to pray something that you wanted done in the earth. So connect the prayer dots. And if you have any random thoughts, follow them and see what God would have you do. The next time we will talk about another event from history. And thanks for listening. See you next time.